Ho, 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 ho. Welcome back, my ambitious legal scholars. I'm Professor Albert J. Legalis, Dean and founder of Legalis Law School, and I have wonderful news for you. You see, here at Legalis Law School, it's always Christmas. Every day of the year, we're in the business of giving gifts. The gift of legal knowledge, the gift of professional competence, and the gift of confidence in the courtroom. And today's gift is something that could literally save your legacy. A complete guide to mastering Louisiana succession law, which is essential for anyone dealing with estates, whether you're a pro se litigant navigating the system or a junior associate seeking to assist clients effectively. Understanding succession law is crucial as it directly impacts how inheritances are distributed, the management of estates, and the safeguarding of your loved one's rights. Now, some people ask, Professor Legalis, why do you give away so much valuable legal education for free? And I say, because knowledge must be shared, because understanding your rights and responsibilities in succession is vital for protecting both your family and your future. This course will unravel Louisiana's unique succession laws, equipping you with the tools needed to navigate these legal complexities. Let's unwrap this gift together and dive into Louisiana succession law, ensuring your legacy is waiting, and we're going to make sure you're ready to protect it.
In this segment, we'll explore how Louisiana's unique laws govern succession, including intestate succession, wills, and the rights of forced heirs. As a pro se litigant or junior associate, it's incredibly important to understand these concepts as they dictate the property distribution when someone passes away without a will, or how a will can be validated. Let's begin with intestate succession. If a person dies without a will in Louisiana, their estate is distributed according to the state's civil code. This code is different from other states, as Louisiana has its own rules due to French and Spanish law influences. For example, the first in line are usually the spouse and children, but it can matter whether the deceased has a prior marriage or whether children are from a different relationship. Now let's talk about wills. Wills in Louisiana have specific formal requirements, like being in writing, signed by the testator, and witnessed. Failing to meet these requirements can render a will invalid. Remember Forrest Gump's classic line, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." Well, in succession law, you drastically reduce uncertainty with a well-prepared will. Additionally, Louisiana has forced heirship rules which protect certain heirs like minor children or disabled adult children from being disinherited. This may seem strict, but it's essential for family security. So whether you're drafting a will for yourself or supporting a client in estate planning, it's crucial to understand how these elements come into play. Let's transition now to our next insightful speaker, Judge Michael Torres, who will shed light on the procedural aspects of successions in Louisiana.
In this segment, we will delve into the judicial perspective surrounding Louisiana succession proceedings. It's critically important to appreciate how the court administers these estates, especially for pro se litigants and practitioners who may find themselves in probate court. First, let's talk about jurisdiction. In Louisiana, jurisdiction for succession proceedings is generally determined by the domicile of the deceased. This means that, should you lose a loved one, the succession proceedings will commence in the parish where they resided. Next, let's consider the initial steps in these proceedings. After someone passes away, a petition for probate needs to be filed. The role of the judge here is vital. They will review the will, if one exists, and then determine its validity. Be prepared to present evidence and possibly testify about the deceased's last wishes or the legitimacy of the will. Now consider some common pitfalls. Failing to file within a specific time frame may result in a loss of rights. Moreover, understanding the distinction between testate and intestate successions is crucial, as this will affect how the court administers the estate. Courtroom decorum is also important. When appearing before a judge, as a litigator or representing yourself, professionalism is key. Understanding these procedural intricacies will help you navigate the waters more smoothly, reducing potential conflicts. And now, let's transition to a practical point of view with attorney Lisa Rodriguez, who will discuss discovery and succession law.
In this segment, we will explore the crucial aspects of discovery and motion practice in Louisiana succession cases. Understanding how to navigate discovery is essential for both pro se litigants and junior associates, as it can significantly impact the outcome of a succession proceeding. Discovery in succession cases involves gathering necessary documents to determine the rightful heirs, the validity of wills, and any debts the deceased may have had. In Louisiana, consider the relevant civil code articles that govern this process, including Article 1051, which requires all involved parties to disclose their interests in the succession. Failing to comply can lead to severe consequences, such as dismissal of claims or loss of inheritance rights. One practical tip is to prepare a comprehensive list of all known heirs and their contact information. This will allow you to serve proper notice to everyone involved, ensuring that due process is observed at all times. It's also key to file motions effectively. For instance, if you believe a will is being contested improperly, you can file a motion to intervene or for summary judgment. Understanding when to file is essential. An improper motion could cost you precious time and resources. To keep things practical, always document all communications and findings during the discovery phase, as this will be invaluable if disputes arise. Now let's seamlessly transition to David Kim, who will enlighten us about negotiating settlements in succession disputes.
Welcome to this segment where we'll discuss alternative dispute resolution methods in Louisiana succession law, particularly focusing on plea negotiations and settlement strategies. This area is especially helpful for junior associates and pro se litigants aiming to resolve estate disputes amicably and efficiently. When dealing with succession issues, it's essential to keep in mind that litigation can often be costly and emotionally draining. Mediation offers a collaborative approach, allowing parties to come together and discuss their needs openly. As a mediator, I often facilitate these conversations, helping parties find common ground. Louisiana law encourages mediation in succession disputes. For instance, if heirs have different opinions about the distribution of an estate, mediation can provide a structured setting to discuss these differences and reach a mutually agreeable solution. Consider hypothetical scenarios, such as siblings disagreeing on asset distribution. Mediation can often help resolve these issues before heading to court. Additionally, when formulating a strategy for settlement negotiations, be prepared with facts and figures. Know the estate's value and be ready to discuss what each heir is seeking. Flexibility can be key. Sometimes parties are willing to trade less valuable assets for larger assets that they consider more important. Let's shift now to our next speaker, who will cover the advocacy elements surrounding constitutional rights and Louisiana succession law. Attorney Rachel Washington.
In this final content segment, we'll investigate the intersection of constitutional rights and Louisiana succession law. It's essential for practitioners and pro se litigants to understand these implications, especially when they deal with disputes over inheritance and estate distribution. One key constitutional principle at play here is the right to due process. In Louisiana succession cases, every heir has the right to be notified of proceedings that may affect their inheritance. Failure to provide proper notice could violate constitutional rights, leading to potential legal challenges. Moreover, understanding your rights as an heir can protect you from wrongful disinheritance. Always know the specific laws that govern forced heirship. These laws aim to prevent disinheritance of heirs who have legitimate claims. Let me share a brief hypothetical. Suppose a person passes, leaving behind a will that seems to intentionally exclude a child. This child could potentially contest the will based on forced heirship laws. By understanding these rights and how Louisiana law functions, heirs can advocate effectively, ensuring their rights are upheld within a succession proceeding. With that in mind, it's crucial to encourage open dialogues between heirs and a proper understanding of the law to lessen disputes. Now let's return to our wonderful dean, Professor Albert J. Legalis, to wrap up our course.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, my ambitious legal scholars, you've just received quite a gift, haven't you? You've learned from some of the finest legal minds in Louisiana succession law, starting with our breakdown of intestate succession by Attorney Rachel Washington, Judge Torres's courtroom wisdom about the judicial survey of successions, Attorney Rodriguez's insights on discovery and motion practice, Mediator Kim's insights into negotiation strategies, and now you have a comprehensive understanding of constitutional implications with Attorney Washington. That's the equivalent of years of expensive law education, wrapped up and delivered to you in about 30 minutes. From the processes you need to navigate from wills and forced heirship to discussions about constitutional rights, remember this is a profound area of law that affects countless lives every year in Louisiana. You must take this knowledge and apply it professionally, whether in drafting wills, advising clients, or navigating the courts. You've been very good students this year, so you've earned a permanent spot on my nice list of educated legal professionals. And because it's always Christmas at Legalis Law School, we have more gifts waiting for you. Check out our complete course catalog for civil procedure, federal practice, and specialized areas of law. Remember, every lawyer who succeeds makes the entire profession stronger, and every person who understands their rights makes our democracy safer. Until next time, this is Professor Albert J. Legalis, reminding you that at Legalis Law School, the spirit of learning never ends and justice never takes a holiday. Ho, 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 and happy lawyering.